Hey guys, Tucker9000 here, and I decided it came to my attention about this Dragon Ball article by CBR.com. Dragon Ball 15 Simple Facts Everyone Gets Wrong. I mean, I don't expect most of my viewers to even really watch Dragon Ball, so that's why I'm here, because I'm a pretty big Dragon Ball fan. I'm here to tell you guys what's correct and what's wrong about what these saying. But the first thing they say is something that really gets me a bit. Dragon Ball is kind of confusing. Scratch that. Dragon Ball is kind of confusing, but straight up convoluted. Hard to follow and hardly ever makes sense. That was the most bullcrap thing you could ever say. There are things that cannot make sense in Dragon Ball, but if you go back a little bit, it will start making more sense. The first episode, no, the first story arc, the end of the first story arc of Dragon Ball, Emperor Pilaf got all the Dragon Balls and about to make a wish. He was about to wish to rule Earth. I can't remember. I never really watched Dragon Ball that much, but he was going to make a wish that was bad. That's the key thing. But in order to compromise, Oolong came in, and when Emperor Pilaf said, "I wish to have," Oolong said the most world's comfortable pair of panties. That's not hard to follow. Oolong saved the world basically by wishing for panties because or else Emperor Pilaf could have gotten his wish and that was bad. So it's not hard to follow, just go into it. Watch it and things will start making sense. But here's something that gets me. It starts with 14. Is this the 15th thing? Yeah, this is a simple fact everyone gets wrong. He probably doesn't know Dragon Ball. That's something to think about. Sean Artisan. That's 15th fact. He doesn't know it. Super Saiyan is a power multiplier. So, as I read the article, somewhere around here it says that, yeah, and yet there's one thing that most people get wrong talking about this form. May think is a power up. A power multiplier is a power up. If I have $1 and I multiply it by 5, I have $5. I up the amount. I powered up. Multiplier. It's the same thing. It's really the same thing. It's just a multiplier will go up more by just that. Actually, no, it's same. They are basically the same. Oh, just look at this. Partner, actually nerdiness, but the Super Saiyan 4 is not actually an increase in power. That's total BS. That is exactly what Super Saiyan is. A increase in power and a power multiplier. So this guy obviously doesn't even know what he's talking about. Number 13, Vegeta is king. No, he is not. He's just a prince. See, but here's the thing. He's not actually a prince. So if we have the name Vegeta's catchphrase, side of it's over 9,000, is some variation on the Prince of all Saiyans. But here's the thing. He's not actually a prince. Because it talks about how Planet Vegeta, this character Frieza, this is Vegeta's dad, King Vegeta, was killed. And Frieza destroyed Planet Vegeta. Now, it probably won't say once. Yeah, March 16, 2018. So the Dragon Ball Super Broly never came out. But in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, it says after the Saiyans got word that were on Planet Vegeta got word that Planet Vegeta was destroyed. Vegeta told them, "That sucks. I'll never be able to become the King of Saiyans." Why? You can be born a prince. If your king and queen had a son, he is the prince. That's just as his title. He's the prince. You have to be crowned a king. No Saiyan can crown him as king, because there's only, as canon goes, 3 Saiyans left. Full-blooded Saiyans left. There are multiple half-blooded, but no one can crown him. That's the main thing. Let's see. It's over 8,000. Yes, in the Japanese dub, it is 8,000. We just changed to 9,000 because 9's cooler. But this really gets me. See, when dubbing an anime, the English dubbing has to arrange and change the translated script to fit mouth flaps from the original Japanese dialogue. 8 and 9 are both one-syllable words. 9's just cooler than 8. That's something to think about. 9's just cooler than 8. It didn't matter about the mouth flaps. I guess with this guy's logic, there's like something with 8 that makes it like a freaking double-sided word. No, it's just cooler to have 9 than 8. If would you rather have $8 or $9? Think about that. You'd rather have $9. So which one's cooler? 9. See, we don't like this. 11. Krillin's death count. Details sometimes get wrong. While fans love to argue that Krillin is the strongest human character in the Dragon Ball franchise, and they're right, there's no denying the fact that he has also died more times than any other character. Death is not really permanent in the world of Dragon Ball, since Dragon Ball can wish back those who have fallen. If there are Dragon Balls, that's something to think about. In the future Trunks timeline, when Goku and the Z Fighters died, they couldn't be resurrected. But how many times did Krillin die? He died 3 times. 1 in Dragon Ball, 2 in Z. But they say the one is pretty obscure that we don't blame them since it was due to what isn't considered canon in the franchise. Well, we know Dragon Ball GT is no longer considered canon. Well, we just assumed that because Kira Toriyama called it a side story. So that's why. And since one of Krillin's 4 deaths took place in this negative received series, I like it, then this death count is actually down to 3. However, we can bring down to 3 because alternate timeline, he was killed on the android. So he just died 3 times. Okay. Number 10. The movies aren't canonical, neither are the specials. Any casual fan knows that Dragon Ball franchise is huge and spans across various media, including a long list of films and a few TV specials. A lot of these movies are great and had interesting characters. However, there's one thing that's not every fan realizes about them: the fact that they are non-canon. We all know that they do not fit in the Dragon Ball story. Look at this. This is Broly from Dragon Ball Z, not to confuse the one from Dragon Ball Super. He doesn't fit into the story at all, because when the arc that's taking place, the Cell arc, there will be no use. There would be no reason. So it doesn't fit. It's just a movie. Yet more Dragon Ball. Long story short, most of Dragon Ball movies are canon, which is why characters in most of them never show up in the main canon of the franchise. Garlic Jr. appeared in an arc in Dragon Ball Z, but that's not canon. They can appear in Dragon Ball Z. It's the manga that counts. If they don't appear in the manga, they're not canon. That's it. We'll never see Kuro or Broly in canon since they're not from the Ultimate Team. If you watch Dragon Ball GT, you know that when Super 17 brought the portal to Hell to Earth, Kuro was there. There was a time where Kuro probably was thought of canon, or not. With the TV specials, things like History of Trunks or Bardock the Father also not considered canon. This is a manga itself. It was just adapted. And the special itself cannot be canon, but the ending where Bardock was sadly killed after a sacrifice trying to kill Frieza, that is canon. That was shown in the manga. And whatever's in the manga is canon. This guy doesn't know. Goku isn't dumb, that's true. When it comes to Goku, there are 2 things that fans are quick to point out. He is a bad dad, and he is really dumb. He is an okay dad. He's not that dumb. The only reason why we say he's a bad dad is because there's this YouTube series called Dragon Ball Z Abridged. They abridge it, but they put their own twist on the Dragon Ball story. And their thing is that Goku's a bad dad. He's not. We just don't see him really being a father. But we do sometimes. We've seen him in Z in some filler stuff. I remember watching it. Season 6. When Gohan was in a little cradle. It suddenly went away. Suddenly started a little carriage. It started rolling away. Goku had to Goku get it. If he was a bad dad, he would have abandoned him. Just told Gohan to fend for himself. That's not a bad dad thing. What? Oh yeah, Goku couldn't pass a basic math test. In the manga, it said that Master Roshi taught Goku and Krillin when they came to Kame House basic math and reading skills. The, Goku knows this. That's how he passed the test to be in the Universe 6 tournament. Can Saiyans breathe in space? No. They just breathe outside of a planet atmosphere. That's really it. But this is a long... That's the short answer. There's a longer answer that I can't really answer, but go on. Can Goku actually drive? Yes. Dragon Ball Super, we've seen Goku drive a tractor. He can drive. Ultimate Gohan's power. So this is during the Buu arc when we see Gohan's ultimate power. Ever since Goku first turned Super Saiyan Frieza Saga, Super Saiyan has been considered to be the pinnacle of power. Not exactly. The strongest form that, until a subsequent version of it was achieved, could not be surpassed. No issue was following him to the Buu side when we saw Goku go Super Saiyan 3. Super Saiyan 2 and 3. He went both in front of Majin Buu. Again, Super Saiyan forms were amongst the strongest in the franchise because of how hard. Of course, they don't. To be fair, the power that Gohan has in his ultimate form is never fully explained. It's kind of hard to grasp without proper context. Does he think this is a transformation? That's something most people get. Most video games will think this is a transformation. It's not. He just is more powerful now. All of his latent ability is now fulfilled. He doesn't need to transform into it. He has it. He's just stronger now. So, however, this form doesn't have the stamina and power drain that the Super Saiyan form because it's not a power-up. Meaning it's stronger on multiple levels, yet because it's not much to look, Dragon is often thought to be weaker than a Super Saiyan. Bullcrap. He's not weaker than a Super Saiyan. Despite him being stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Okay, well, this doesn't make sense anymore. If he's stronger than a Super Saiyan 3 fusion, he is not, then he is stronger than Super Saiyan 3. This is just his latent ability. He has trained so much. He has this power. Even though we don't see him go Super Saiyan, he can. Dragon Ball Heroes, the last video I did, that's since all what if scenarios, he can go Super Saiyan Ultimate Gohan. Because this ain't power up. This is just him. Goku is a killer. Yes, he is. He is kill. People think he cannot kill. He kills a lot. Some of these characters, Dragon Ball, he is killed. He's killed his own grandpa. Well, did he know? No, he was a great ape at the time. But yeah, he killed his own grandpa. He has killed plenty of people. Whether he wanted to, not really. Except like Kid Buu and stuff. King Piccolo, Kid Buu, and Yakon. He killed them because they could kill him. So the Dragon Ball rules. This is something that can always change. Just you always have to go with it. They will always get changed. That's something that goes on with it. The resurrection rule. The last time we mentioned Shenron cannot give the same wish twice. It's been changed. He can easily get the same wish twice. And when a person dies for a second time, they cannot be wished back to life again. They can be wished back to life again with the Namekian Dragon Balls because they have more power. Being brought back to life multiple times. Well, it's just, from the way I see it, if multiple people die and they wish back, they can wish back a large sum of people, but they can only wish back one particular person one time. Why Goku stay dead? Goku died 2 times in Dragon Ball Z. First time was beginning of Saiyan Saga after Piccolo killed him, weakened Raditz. To weaken Raditz? No, that killed Raditz. Goku spent his time all the way getting stronger, then eventually wished back to life. It wasn't because of the wish limitation that Goku stayed dead after Saga. Many fans think no fans think they said it in the show that Goku decided to stay dead because he realized he was the source of all these bad guys. They're all coming after him. So when he's dead, no one's going to go for him. That's why yeah. God. Number 2, the first Super Saiyan. When Goku first went to it was leading one of the greatest moments in history anime. Hair turned gold and his power level skyrocketed. The newfound strength allowed him to take on Frieza in the longest battle of the series. It was exactly what Frieza feared when he decided to destroy the planet Vegeta, saying who could surpass his own power and knock him off the galactic throne. Goku doesn't want to be No, not a galactic throne. Dead. Someone who could kill Frieza. Who's the common misconception about Dragon Ball? That Goku was the first Super Saiyan in existence. Isn't that true? If you watch Dragon Ball, you would know no one thinks that. He's first. Vegeta says there is a legend that Vegeta could even be it. It happened before. Someone has went Super Saiyan before. That's how the legend really started. Number one, Vegito's fusion. Dragon Ball Super retconned it, saying that if you're mortal, there's a time limit. Only one person has to be basically a god to make it stay permanent. That's why old Kai looks old. But, nobody really knew this. Wow. This article has flaws. I mean, it has flaws. So, like, comment, and subscribe.